What's good, Stopde Nation? So it is Stopde here, and today we are gonna help you a little bit. If you are like stuck in this thing where you're like, I really wish I knew which players I need for the icon. If you're like, I really wish I knew what the fastest player in the game is. I really wish I knew this, and this about anything in FIFA Mobile 18. We're gonna show you the best way that you can find out all of this information on this. So finally, it has dropped. The Futhead Mobile database has dropped on there. So huge shout out to them. We're gonna link their Twitter and their the link to this site in the description below. So there's two ways you can do it. You can access on your computer, you can access on your phone. I'm going to show you a little bit of each of them, but I'm going to start with the computer because the computer version has so much more things that you can do on it. The mobile one, you're able to do a lot of like the finding stats, all those things, but I'll talk about which ones you can't really do. I think it's like comparing the players, and then some of the quick searches are really the only things that you can't do when you're on the mobile version, but it's really cool, the layout of both of them. So we're going to show you both, the computer one, the one that we're on the phone, which is good to have the computer one as well, because if you're playing on your phone, it's nice to have both of them up. I'm going to be honest, this is what I used when I wanted to find the players to get Okocha. I use this to find my Nigerian players. I use this to find like my fastest players last season when you're doing like squad builders and all those kind of things. So very, very helpful database. Definitely something you're going to want to know about. So we're going to break it down for you. We're going to show you everything you need to know about this to hopefully help you out and like make sure that you are mastering this game right now. So we're going to start off with this one. On this one, like the nice thing here, right on the side, you can actually see that they have the, for searching for players, you can actually search for fastest players. So if I go here, this will show me right off the bat the fastest players in the game. So we can see that right away the fastest player in the game for pace, and it shows the stats right here, is going to be just from playing campaigns. So we can see, okay, if I just grind campaign, I'll get the fastest base player. Now you can scroll along. It's going to update the card as you scroll along. You can also put in here what you want it to be. So if I just want to make it 100, hit enter, it's going to be 100 there. It shows them as 100 overall card, and the dynamic card art changes on it too, which is really cool. So if I put this all the way up to 20, it shows me what it's going to look like if I actually get to rank it and stuff like that. The stats update to what they're going to be fully. So you can see here our acceleration 140. We can down it to there, and it's going to be 127 from the skill boost as well. So very cool with that, how it updates it. It tells you what foot they are on the side. It tells you their nationality, those kind of things. Now if you want to search it by nationality, you can do that as well. So if we go back to here to the main page, we can also do different searches as well. So we can pick the top nations to search from. We can also pick the nations we want as well. So if I want Nigerian players, search by pace, the fastest place, we can do that. If I want to get rid of the pace because I don't really care about that, I can take that out. I can also go into here and look at different qualities. So I could put only the gold players. Maybe I'm having trouble finding the gold players though, and I want to just know the silver players. I could go in here and just make it so only my silver players show up, and look at all the different players that I can pick out from there. So this is very, very helpful when you're doing that. And the other thing you can do is you can sort these players as well yourself. So if you're like, well, I don't really care about pace, I want to know, what the best keeper stat is. I want to go here. We can look at goalkeeper diving, goalkeeper handling, goalkeeper positioning, goalkeeper reflexes. So let's find out the best goalkeeper at diving is going to be Buffon, the campaign master as well. So we can see all of his stats there. If we click on his cards, you can see his stats as well. It kind of breaks it down. You can see how fast he is, all those different things. So if we make him 100 overall, he is going to have 82 acceleration and 68 sprint speed. So not bad. Goalkeeper diving boost shouldn't really change that at all because it doesn't have anything to do with speed, but you have that there as his max card. So very cool like way to sort of find out different stats about players, build different players up. Love the layout of it. Love the fact that you can just change everything in there. Some other really cool features though I want to talk about this, like here, let's say you just wanted a left-footed striker. I can go into here, I can turn this off. I can go just attackers, just strikers, and I can go, okay, I just want my left-footed striker. So it brings up all my left-footed strikers, and then maybe I want to know who my fastest left-footed striker. I love going with the left foot. I love pace, so I want my fastest paced striker. So 97 pace, that's going to compare both their acceleration and their speed. If you just wanted it based on acceleration, you could also go to the different stats there, and you could do on outfield stats, acceleration. So this will just sort it by the fastest acceleration. So here Messi is not the fastest pace wise, but he is the fastest with both of those combined, and sort of shows you those things. So that's really cool. Another cool feature that you have about this, at the top it also has all of the different programs. You can have discussion, stuff like that, and then you have obviously the FIFA console stuff over here under FUT. And here you see your team of the week. So if you're like, okay, I want to know who team of the week I could sell from last week, this brings up all of last week's team of the week players. These are all the ones that are now auctionable in the auction house. You can find the players there. You can search their stats. You can do anything you want that you were doing with that before. Programs as well. This thing I really like. You can break down any program of the year if you're like, hey, I want to know what happened for Team Heroes, who's in Team Heroes. This is all the Team Hero players that you have there. You can sort them different ways there. You can discuss them, talk about them, everything like that. So very cool features. Definitely like that. Now, some other really cool sort of hidden gems that I found in this one. If we go back to players, first of all, you can look at latest players. So this will show you all the most recent players that have come into the game. So maybe like if like a new card's come in the game, you want to know when it comes, great first place to look. Sometimes these even came like before they actually launched in the game. They'd like show up on Futhead, and then like 5 minutes later Reddit would be like, they're on the game. And Twitter would be like that too. Everybody would be like that, really, to be fair. But if we go into this, one really nice thing about this is the comparing feature. So if I go into here and I want to look at Messi, I want to say, okay, I know Messi's card is good, but I want to compare it. So I can compare it to his other card. So this compares both Messi cards, and we can see the difference between them. Where does he, at his base stat, where does he have the advantage? So it would be really cool if you could upgrade the cards as well with this, but just looking at base stats, it kind of shows you the comparison between them. So like if you just kind of want at the start of them what it's going to be like before you start leveling up, because like we're not going to all have cards at 140 overall at the start, right? So instead of having that, it kind of gives you that idea of what's my best base stats to go with, what's my best players to start off with if we're comparing them. The other nice thing when you search it in a lot of, it doesn't actually matter if you put the accent. So here we have Sanchez. We don't need to put his accent on his card. It'll automatically do it. But let's say we want to compare him to, let's do another striker so we can actually put it in here. So we have 3 players that we're comparing right now. It's going to allow us to compare all 3 players here, see which stat. So the only stat that Davia has as a bonus on them is the stamina stat, and then the physical stat as well. So really cool way to kind of compare the different cards and different things that get a really quick look. So really nice breakdown. This one I think is only available if you do it on the on the computer side, but definitely a nice like fun thing to sort of look at. We'll look at the mobile side as well, though. Show you some different things that you can do on the mobile side to really like, you know, quick ways to do everything. Basically you need for quick is on the mobile. So if you just want a quick look at the players on the mobile, if you want to really go into depth, that's where you're going to go, and you're going to want to look at all of the like more in-depth details and everything of the players. The only downside is that you can't search by or you can't like sort and stuff by skill boost and stuff like that. That would be the one thing that I would think would be really cool. So hopefully that will you know, come at one point. But anyways, this also talks about different things that have to do, I guess, with Messi. So anytime Messi appears in the chat, anything like that. And then if we go back here, we can go back to our mobile one. So again, all the players, you can see if we go here what their strength of their weak foot is. So 4-star weak foot. So I guess that will be helpful too. 5-star weak foot if you want to know like, okay, which foot I'm shooting with, different things. I don't know how effective it actually is in the mobile game. Maybe we'll do a Mythbuster to see like if 1-star weak foot people actually shoot a lot worse with their weak foot than 5 stars. But this is a very interesting thing to look at because it does tell you how strong they are with their weak foot. And given that it's a point in the game, there probably is an effect to this. So that is our next Mythbuster. Does the weak foot star rating in FIFA Mobile actually affect how well they play and shoot from their weak foot? So we're gonna try like shots from like different distances out. So look forward to that video. We're gonna test that one out. But a 10-star weak foot. Lewandowski has a 10-star weak foot rating. So you got to guess. We're about to unlock this card, so we're going to check how good that actually is. But right foot, he should basically be able to shoot just as well with his right foot as his left foot, according to that one. But then anyways, I didn't even know you could go up to 10-star. Oh yeah, 8-star, 9-star. There you go. So it's on a 10-star scale, I guess. 11-star. It goes even higher. I wonder how many stars it actually goes up to. But anyways, thank you for checking this out, and thank you for stopping by. Let's switch over to the mobile, just show you the brief breakdown of what you can do on the mobile side. Alright, so if you want it on the mobile side also very nicely laid out. We can go on here, we can see all the players. You can still search for programs. It shows you all the programs up here. You can still search for quality, position, everything like that. And with the player filters, you can do different programs that you search from. You can do different sorting. You can do all of those things that you did on the other one. So we can sort it here by the fastest player, so it shows us all the fastest players. We can search by nationality as well. Right now my internet is, so we can search by fastest players. So we see our fastest players, or I guess I search aggression. Our highest aggression players. I was like, I don't think these are our fastest players. So highest aggression, you can do the same thing. If I click on these players, I can see the exact same thing as I did on the PC or on the Mac. You can upgrade the players this way, so it's not quite as like choosing which one you want, but still very helpful when you're going through the players. Great way. Shows the stats at the bottom here. Right-footed, Argentinian. If we want want to sort by different things, we can do that as well. If we want to go and look at his other ones, we can do that. The only thing it doesn't look like we can do is actually directly compare them. If we want to search for the players, again, we can search for them at the top. The accents don't matter. Sanchez shows up here. We see all the different cards we can get as we go in here and look at all of the different players that can be searched from there. So a whole bunch of different players we can search in there. So really cool features of this game. Really cool features on this site. So huge shout out to the Futhead team for putting this together, because this is an absolute game changer. This is absolutely something that you're gonna want to you know, have in your back pocket when you're looking through these things. I looked at this to find all my icons. I look at this to find like you know, my fastest players, or if we're doing squad builders, budget beasts, those kind of things. All of it is very is just used basically with these databases. So if you don't have this already, if you don't know about this, the link's in the description below. Link to their Twitter's in the description below. But thank you for checking this out, and thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde.